Get strong.
So let's talk about learning multiplication tables and how you might be able to help your child learn it. Sometimes this could be a difficult thing for children to learn. And sometimes they may get even up to, high school or junior high and they really don't know their multiplication tables. Well, the good thing about it, there's an easy way you can approach this. One way you can practice, you're always going to have practice as a part of it, but you can break this up into chunks, right? You don't have to give them the whole thing at one time. Test your child, help your child, break it up into smaller chunks, and there's some techniques you can use to help that, and we're going to go over that right now. We're going to go over the 1 through the 4s. You start off with something that can be successful with, something that they know, right? So let's focus on the 1s right now. So what's the answer to any number times 1? So this is a really easy one to give your child to build up their confidence initially. So any number times 1 is equal to itself. So your child can just figure that out very easy. 1 times 2, 1 times 3, 1 times 3 is 3. Any number times 1 is equal to itself. Easy for your child to remember and kind of get that. Now, let's go ahead and focus on the 2s and see if there's any trick or anything that will help us with the 2s, right? So when we look at the 2s, let's focus on the answers for that. Essentially, what you're doing is doubling up, right? Anything number times 2 is just being doubled. So if I have 2 plus 2, which is the same as 2 times 2, it's going to be equal to 4. So it's just like I have 2 2s, that's equal to 4. If I had 2 3s or 2 times 3, that's going to be equal to 6. You kind of get the picture here. If I have 2 4s, it's going to be equal to 8. So it's the same thing as 4 plus 4. I'm doubling up the 4s. I have 2 4s and it's equal to 8. If I have 2 5s, it's going to be equal to 10, right? 2 times 5 is 10. If I have 2 6s, it's going to be equal to 12. If I have 2 7s, it's going to be equal to 14. If I have 2 8s, it's going to be equal to 16. And if I have 2 9s, you can ask your child, what is 9 plus 9? What is 2 9s together? That's going to be equal to 18. And if I have 2 10s, that's going to be equal to 20. So that's a good thing to help your child think about. Now let's go on and think about the 3s. Let's isolate ourselves on the 3s. So what are some things that can help us with the 3s and kind of answer the 3 multiplication tables? You count up by 3. So let's pick a number where we start. So we know that 3 times 1 is 3, but we also know that 3 times 2 is 6, right? So now all we have to do is go up by 3 each time. So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9. You can see that. Let's go up 3 more. If I get one more 3, 3 times 4 is 12. If I have one more 3 times 5 is 15. Kind of focus on the answers that we're going up by 3 each time. 3 times 6 is 18. If I add one more 3, I'm just going up by 3 each time, right? So 3 times 6 is 18. If I go up one more 3, I'm at 21. 3 times 8 is 24. If I go up one more 3, I'm going to be at 27. And finally, if I go up another 3, 3 times 10 is 30, which is an easy one for us to remember, right? Because you just got to add 0 to the end of that. So let's also look at 4s and any tricks we can think about in terms of 4. Let's isolate on the 4s. We're going to block out everything out right now and look at the 4s. We're going to do a similar type of strategy as with the 3s. We're going to go ahead and just count up by 4. Pick a number that we know. We start at 4 times 2. We know that that's 8, right? That's 2 4s. That's 8. And now let's just go up by 4. 4 times 3 is 12. If I have one more 4, I'm going to be at 16. 4 times 4 is 16. If I have one more 4, 4 times 5 is 20. If I have one more 4, 4 times 6 is 24. And you can tell we're going up by 4 each time on the answer, right? I'm going to add one more 4 to that. That's 28. See if your child can count it. And then one more 4 to that. 4 times 8 is 32. Then one more 4, 4 times 9 is 36. And finally, 4 times 10 is 40. So these are some tips you can help your child do with the 4s times tables, the 3s, the 2s, and the 1s. Something you can help your child do right away.
Strong.